Good up.
This is Channel 253.
On this episode of the Grit and Grain podcast.
So, if you guys don't know, Ginny is like the official BrewFiveThree organizer.
This is my 13th one.
Yeah, many years.
Yeah. If you guys are enjoying any of the beers or ciders or meads or anything here, it is thanks to Ginny's fantastic decision-making skills.
Yep.
And she's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah, she just opened up her refrigerator and it happened.
Channel 253 is member-supported. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you.
Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, where we explore and celebrate the craft beer industry, community, and history in Tacoma, Washington, and surrounding Pacific Northwest areas. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get to it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, coming to you guys from BrewFiveThree. Thanks so much to Katie for the intro. Artists is really generous. You're taking a break from the art for just like an hour, and I'll quiet down. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out and listening. If you are just sitting in the chairs and watching, thank you so much. This is probably a good time to stretch your legs because it's not visually interesting, but thank you guys for listening. My name is Matt McLaren. I'm here as always with Ron Swarner.
Hello.
How's it going, Ron?
Back in 1908, when they built the Tacoma Armory, I guarantee no one thought its future would be hosting BrewFiveThree and me drinking a McMenamin's Sunflower IPA like it's fine art.
That's probably true.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Brassfields, for sponsoring us.
Absolutely.
I wonder what you can do with my hat head.
No, fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's a 21 and over event. So probably going to be some cursing. Yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, Ron is actually a local business owner in Tacoma. He owns and operates Peaks and Pints over in the north side of Tacoma. Absolutely fantastic craft beer bar. If you guys are here trying out craft beer stuff for the first time or just kind of getting into it and you decide you want to kind of continue that journey, Peaks and Pints is the spot to do that. They have a fantastic list of beers on tap and in their many cooler doors. So yeah, thanks for being in the industry, Ron, and taking care of everybody like you do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
On top of that, he also lets us host our podcast there every single week.
So much beer.
And drink all your barley wine.
And then also with us is our resident pro brewer and line cleaner, Bethany Carlson. How's it going, Bethany?
I'm so good.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Good. So happy you're here. For those of you guys who don't know, Bethany's also a local business owner. Bethany's actually brewed in multiple places in Tacoma. If you have been drinking beer in Tacoma for a while, especially from Tacoma breweries, you've probably had her beer before. But right now, she runs her own line cleaning business, so she makes sure that 100-ish accounts around Tacoma are serving beer out of good, clean draft lines. And you'd be surprised how rare that can be. So. Bethany does the Lord's work. Everybody give her a round of applause for that.
Excuse me, sir, who are you?
So yeah, again, my name is Matt McLaren. I work in the industry. I work for a beer distributor, and I sell a bunch of craft beer to most of the accounts around here. And I'm an advanced chicharron.
Yeah.
Level 3. Yeah. It's like a sommelier, but for beer.
Yeah.
So I'm professionally obnoxious about beer taste. So that's why I do this.
We're all professionally obnoxious.
We're all professionally obnoxious.
I'm just obnoxious.
Yeah. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard of us before, that's totally fine. Welcome to the club. We release a new episode every single week. We actually just crossed our 150th episode not too long ago, so we've been doing this for a while. I think we're probably the only weekly craft beer dedicated podcast in Washington. Washington has a huge, rich craft beer industry and community and history. And we try to sit down every single week and talk to the folks who kind of make it what it is. So we've had a lot of people on the podcast who are in this room serving you guys beer right now, which is awesome. We're super proud of that. But we also talk to folks who are hop growers, who are maltsters, who run farms, who run other businesses around Tacoma, who run breweries. We talk to everybody as often as we can. So if you're here trying craft beer for the first time, and again, you want to get more connected, you can absolutely go and follow Grit and Grain Podcast and try to get more of a full story of what craft beer is like in the Northwest.
Matt, do we talk about homebrewing too?
we do talk about homebrewing quite a bit.
Pretty much the whole club is here tonight.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, if you guys haven't been to the back corner of the room, Browns Point Homebrew Club is here. Washington is actually blessed to have a bunch of really good homebrew clubs, but I would say probably the most nerdy and dedicated among them is Browns Point. And they're actually back there doing sensory tests and everything. If you guys want to test your beer nerd metal, that's the group to do it with. I helped them dial in their sensory test this morning. It's pretty tough, but it's super fun.
Nice.
You guys should absolutely go do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, talk to home brewers, talk to professional brewers, talk to raw ingredient specialists every single week. And you can always come and see us live. Check out Peaks and Pints or our social media to come and see us if you want.
Yeah.
So you guys heard Ron mention just a second ago that this building has been standing since 1908, which is actually really crazy. I didn't know that until he just told me that. But Tacoma Arts Live is, you guys have heard Katie talk about it a bit. It's a fantastic local organization. They support tons of arts in tons of different ways, both for young students and by hosting amazing events in this space. I've brought my kid to things here, and it's absolutely awesome to see a beer fest in here. This festival has been kind of in different parts of the 253 over the years, and kind of to see it kind of on its home base is really exciting. 1908 is really interesting because, so we've done a couple episodes of our podcast about the history of beer in Tacoma specifically. So that's something you guys aren't super dialed into. Not even 30 years before that, some of the very first breweries opened in Washington in Tacoma. A 5-minute drive from here was where one of the very first lager breweries opened in Washington. So you guys all kind of know Tacoma as a port town. And because of that, there was a lot of immigration in the 1870s, 1880s. And most of those folks came from Europe, came from Balkan countries, from Germany, from the Czech Republic. And all those dudes have been making beer for 1,000 years. So when they got here, they were like, yo, how come nobody's making beer yet? They all just did it themselves. And within a decade, Tacoma was really well known for world-class lagers, which is crazy. We have really good water. So the whole brewery district in the downtown area, just a few blocks from here, there was aquifers that had really pure, very clean water, very similar to Pilsen in the Czech Republic, where the OG Czech lagers were brewed. And so when those original breweries opened, again, not even 30 years before this building was established, Tacoma immediately became known for its high quality beer. So there's this weird thing where it's kind of just in our DNA, I think.
Yeah.
Most of you guys in this room have probably spent time in breweries. You probably have lunches there. You probably take family there when they visit. And it's not necessarily a unique to Tacoma thing, but it is something that does make Tacoma really cool. Our craft beer history is longer and more rich than most other places in the country, which is really cool.
Yeah. Bethany worked for a historic brewery.
I know.
Yeah.
Pacific Brewing and Malting.
Pacific Brewing and Malting, yes.
You brought it back alive.
Was a brewery back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was also a brewery here not too long ago, but closed down in 2019.
Yeah.
Right before a pandemic.
Right before
exactly.
the pandemic. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, hopefully you all stepped outside to see all the breweries that are out there, but Seven Seas is serving Heidelberg right now, which is awesome. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic, to see that beer being
also
made in Tacoma
a revamped
again.
Balls Deep, which is tasting delicious.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah.
Are they calling it that again?
It's
New Balls
tasty.
Deep?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
That's going to be my next beer on the break.
Yeah.
Just, you can go back and forth, the Heidelberg and the Balls Deep. Just, yeah.
So I didn't mention it about Ron, but Ron actually is a board member for Tacoma Arts Live. So on top of all the other stuff he does, running and owning a local business, he spends his free time contributing to the arts as much as he can, which is very on brand for Ron. He's been running a newspaper in Tacoma and been doing media in Tacoma for like 30 years, covering artists, musicians, all that stuff. And so he kind of went full circle and got involved with Tacoma Arts Live. How's that going, Ron?
It's more than a stage. It's the heartbeat of the city, really. And that believes in the power of performance to connect, inspire, and to transform. From Broadway tours to bold local productions, from intimate concerts in the Eleanor Room, you got to go to the Eleanor Room concerts, to youth theater. They fill the Armory with voices and music and movement and that reflect Tacoma's own divine spirit. Community engagement at Tacoma Arts Live means many things. Programming and partnerships as diverse as our neighborhoods. They're not just a presenting organization. They use the arts as a catalyst for collective impact, guided by the priorities of community names in itself. They're activating the historic Armory through innovative programs like the ACE program, which is Accelerating Creative Enterprise. There's 102 small businesses operating out of this building. It's pretty damn awesome.
Okay, I did not know that. That's actually really cool.
They're collaborating with the neighborhoods, and they're partnering with realistic artistic visions that were rooted right here in Tacoma. Tacoma Arts Live champions local artists, welcomes world-class talents, and keeps the hilltop humming with creative collaboration and community. In Tacoma, they don't just put out shows, they grow culture.
Damn, son.
I wrote that in my car 5 minutes ago.
Once a writer, always a writer.
I know. Nobody has a gun to Ron's head, I swear to God. He just cares about this.
Yeah. I love Tacoma Arts Live.
That's pretty good. Well, yeah. Thank you for contributing so much to that.
And it's good to be back downtown, too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was anybody going to BrewFiveThree when it was still on Broadway down the street?
Woo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
UP is gorgeous, like, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it is really nice to like be back in what feels like the root of Tacoma.
There's a slight issue with parking, but
Yeah.
who cares?
No, it's fine. It's good.
That was where it first was Broadway down there?
I don't know about very first. This is the 13th year of
I definitely
BrewFiveThree.
poured beer
Lucky
at the
number
Broadway
13.
one.
Yeah,
Nice.
they were downtown on Broadway for a long time.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
super long time. And it was beautiful. Like,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was perfect. Best thing about being back at the Armory is not lugging half-barrel kegs across a quarter mile of fucking wet grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got here at 9 this morning to like load in. There was a bunch of stuff already done, but like brewers got here early, but we kind of kept the same schedule that we had back when we were at in UP, and we all got done like an hour early, and we all realized it was because we weren't lugging kegs across all the grass, and it was just real easy.
Nice.
So beautiful, though.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Matt?
So I have actually Brothers Cascadia's Hazy IPA. It's actually really cool to see Brothers Cascadia up here.
Yeah.
So those guys have been around for like a long time, like a decade. They used to do like Wingman collabs back in the day that were like crazy good. RIP to Wingman.
Straight out of Hazeldale.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They're like all their stuff is great, and so yeah, the Lees from XVP are pouring their beers right now, which is awesome. They've also got Bazaar over there. We'll try not to gush too much about any individual breweries, but go try some Bazaar beer because their stuff is absolutely awesome.
There's more than IPAs at Bazaar.
I know. They don't do any IPAs. That's the Bazaar thing. What are you drinking, Bethany?
I have the Evergreen State Pale Ale.
What is it?
The Evergreen State Pale Ale.
Oh, nice.
I don't know the real name. Sorry.
Evergreen.
Yeah, it's
So Evergreen, I think, is the newest. I would kind of qualifies as the newest brewery in Tacoma.
Yeah, I would say so.
100%. So it was super cool to see them there. We were actually just down at, I did Yelm Brew Fest not too long ago. They were down there as well. I'm pretty sure they've done every festival within like a 2-hour drive.
That's what you
of
got to
Tacoma.
do.
So they're right now maybe the busiest brewery that I know of.
They kind of replaced Gig Harbor Brewing.
They did. So they purchased all the old Gig Harbor stuff, revamped a few things, and it sounds like they have a grand opening at their new Dock Street location at the end of
Dock Street
this month, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So they'll have like live music and all kinds of partying and stuff, and yeah, it's cool to see a new brewery in Tacoma like that, and it's also cool to see that they're actually expanding and growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you drinking, Ron?
I'm drinking the Sunflower IPA from McMenamins.
Are you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I had that. It's very good.
It's delish.
Also, fantastic Tacoma brewery. There's obviously
they're brewing in the basement.
What's that?
They're actually brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the basement.
Not in Oregon, but here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always like McMenamins because,
Nick.
like, depending on what location you're at, some of the brewers have like a little bit of their own leeway to do some stuff. They have a bunch of like very popular flagship beers everybody loves.
Yeah.
But like, you might go to a location
Terminator Stout.
where there's like a hazy double IPA on tap that the brewer is just like, I want to make this, and it's like delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, I always like pleasant surprises at McMenamins like that.
Sure.
Well, yeah. Have you guys? I mean, I've been drinking here. I clocked off at 1 and immediately started drinking. So I've had a few highlights so far, but Bizarre for sure. Have you guys had any other favorites so far?
The Black Heart Dark Lager from Lucky Envelope.
Yes.
Ray, the owner, is at the booth, so go talk to him.
Go talk to Ray,
Yeah.
Lucky Envelope. Actually,
Yeah.
he's not at the booth. He's fucking staring right at me right here.
I know.
Ray,
Hey,
get
Ray.
back to your booth.
He came inside to heckle me. But Matt's at the booth by himself, actually, so that's even better. Go bug him while he doesn't have Ray to back him up.
Lucky Envelope just did a series with former brewers that went on to other locations.
Yep. And the Black Lager is part of that series.
Exactly.
Actually, so
that's
good.
Such a fun collaboration.
There's a Sun River collab. There's a Holy Mountain collab.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're doing it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then actually, go ahead, Bethany.
The Galaxy IPA is awesome. as
Galaxy
well.
IPA is
Just had
awesome.
that.
What else did I try? It's actually really cool to see Yonder here. So Yonder is awesome. If you guys are like cider drinkers, that's like for sure one of the spots to hit.
Yeah.
There's actually a bunch of great cideries here today.
Yeah.
The ratio between like beer and non-beer stuff is awesome.
They tweaked the Cooley cider, so if you've had old Cooley, head to their booth for the new Cooley. It's primo.
Ron, I think you might have had more to drink today than the rest.
I've drank 30 beers.
Holy shit.
Well, good on you.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
I also believe you.
It's true.
I think
Gosh, what else?
Only other ones I had, E9 Realize, staple in
Totally
our
a
fridge.
staple.
And then Stoop Citra, also a staple. I'll
Also a
branch out
staple.
after this. I'm going to branch out.
I'll tell you what's tasting delicious is the Matchless Crispy Boys.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're the second person to tell me to go grab one of those. Actually, Chris had one of the blueberry sour on too, which was super good.
Super cool.
It's cool to do festivals where you can like try, a bunch of your like local breweries really quickly, and that's awesome. But like seeing Lucky down here, seeing like Brothers Cascadia, seeing Bizarre, seeing Matchless come up, like the breweries that you don't really get to like interact with a ton,
Yeah.
getting to try all those at one time is like the best part of doing things like this. So this
Yeah.
this is
Dick's
awesome.
Brewing is here.
That's kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah. Super cool. I tried their brown ales. Delish.
Yeah. I have the feeling that people don't realize how rare it is to have like a Dick's Brewing
Yeah.
setup at a festival, but like
It's an OG brewery.
it's an OG brewery and they don't get to do a lot of stuff like this. So like that's
Yeah.
a big deal. Make sure you go try some of their beer before you leave. Okay. So Axis Meads is up here, which is awesome. Those guys do a really good job. Like super light,
Yeah.
almost like cider-like kind of session mead. It's like carbonated and like really, really light and drinkable. Really good for like hot weather. But Honey Dragon Mead is also here, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think this is like their first time serving their stuff. So some of you guys might remember Cult Mead back in the day. Absolutely shining light in Tacoma's like alcohol production industry. Fantastic mead. So Brian, who ran the mead production there, just started a new project and is serving his stuff in the back of this room right now, which is awesome. And it's really good.
Yeah.
Like 4 honey mead, aged in French oak. It's like a Pinot Gris and like a mead had like a bastard child, and it's really good.
Nice.
So yeah, absolutely go
Pinky's
try.
out.
Yeah, Pinky's out for that one. Absolutely go try Honey Dragon stuff. There's so much good stuff.
So Freem's here also.
The frame is also
I haven't seen
I know.
Yeah, that Japanese lager,
It's so good.
super crispy.
So Frame is like another one
What time
I'll
did you
shout
get
out.
here, Ron?
One.
Dude.
Freem's another one I'll shout out for being like super busy because like Nick of Freem does like all of these.
Yeah.
And again, we were out at Yelm Brewfest and Freem was also there. And to my knowledge, he mobbed over from Idaho just to get to Yelm like right on time to pour his beer at that festival.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that dude's an animal.
That's so him.
And I don't know how much of that is trying to maintain the work ethic that Freem is known for, that Scott Travis set when he was still there.
Yeah.
Because he would do that shit too. But yeah.
I'm sure visiting 30 accounts in a day is not doable these.
I still complain.
And then read 5 beer books at night.
Yeah.
In his hotel room.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, speaking of reading beer books, hopefully, I don't know how many of you guys listen, but if you do, we just did a great episode with 4 Generals Brewing out of Renton. I would love to see those guys here. They're not, but their sales manager is here, Allie, who's actually running the Pink Boots booth right now. So if you guys haven't yet, go over and arm wrestle Allie at their professional arm wrestling table, which is like a regulation arm wrestling tournament table. If she wins, you donate $10. If you win, you donate $5. I don't think those are the rules, but that's how you should play. Pink Boots is awesome. If you guys aren't familiar, like, absolutely fantastic. Like, the beer industry is mostly dominated by dudes that look like me and Ron. But Pink Boots is really dedicated to, like, making sure that diverse identities and diverse ideas permeate the beer world at every single level, and they do a really good job at that. Allie is an absolute beast and is kind of a major part of their leadership, especially in Washington. So yeah, go support Pink Boots. Absolutely follow them. They do hot blend projects every single year. They have their own products that they work with, and it's always awesome.
That's a February thing, right?
That's a February thing. Yeah, it's so good. But yeah, go say hi to Allie. Go follow Pink Boots on every social media platform and support what they do.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like there's a lot of spiels. What are you guys drinking next?
I want to get over to Bizarre.
What haven't I drank?
There's nothing you haven't drank yet.
That's a good question. I haven't been to Odd Otter yet.
Okay, Odd Otter is here. Yeah, almost every Tacoma brewery is like in the building, which is so cool. Yeah, I haven't had Odd Otter yet. Didn't stop by Sig yet.
I stopped by Sig. This is a knife IPA, worthy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right on.
Go for it,
dude. I'm in. What did I have? I had one of their experimental pails like a few Sundays ago. I randomly was at the South End location, right by Radnor's. If you guys haven't been there, that's a great fucking spot to hit up. Great burger, and then walk next door and get a fucking excellent beer. But yeah, I just the quality of beer that Jeff is making right now is so good.
Yeah,
it's amazing to see. Yeah, so stopping by Sig, stopping by Odd Otter.
Yeah, I haven't stopped by Narrows yet, but they're just down the street from me now.
That's
so
true.
I'm not worried.
They're your
about
neighbors now.
Yeah, Narrows Brewing is in Proctor now.
Yeah.
Come check them out.
Also, low-key being beer tended by the Through the Sight Glass folks today, which is awesome. They're here today.
Nice.
At least I don't know if they're working
not
all day.
in China or Brazil or
Maine
or New York
yeah.
They're right here.
So yeah, those guys. If you would like to follow more local beer-focused podcasts, Through the Sight Glass is another great one. They are far less local than us in that they get to travel around and talk to a ton of breweries, but they're based here and they just do phenomenal work. And they're serving for Narrows, so plenty of reasons to go talk to those guys too.
And more hugs than Grit and Grain.
That's true.
More what?
They're a couple.
I know. Well, the beer industry in general is so huggy, and that's lovely.
Yeah.
But I was loading shit today and was so sweaty, and so every time I would see a new person, oh man, it's good to see you. I'm so sweaty. I'm so sorry. Every time.
So many showers tonight are happening.
No one remembers a sweaty hug. It's fine.
What are you hitting next, Bethany?
I want to go over to Bizarre and
go to Bizarre.
Yeah, maybe hit Frame.
Ooh, dude. Also, so Merchant Duvin is here. So Merchant Duvin does come to BrewFiveThree pretty often, but you don't really see them at a ton of festivals. Yeah, dude. So if you guys haven't done it yet, go to Merchant Duvin's booth. So they're pouring Samuel Smith's Chocolate Stout, which is the OG adjunct stout. It's so good. And then they have Lindemann's Framboise Raspberry Lambic. Ask them to blend those two together, and it tastes like you're drinking a chocolate-covered raspberry. It's so good.
It's Valentine's in August.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely go check those guys out. dude, so that's actually what I'm doing next. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's my first stop when I get.
Merchant de Vin is responsible for bringing European beers to this country.
Yeah, so like another kind of past episode we did was Charles Finkel. If you guys aren't familiar, he opened up Pike Brewing, but prior to that, he was really like the OG importer for imported craft beer in like many countries, the U.S. included. But it's not an exaggeration to credit that guy with like the contemporary beer industry of the United States. Yeah. And you just wouldn't know it unless you were kind of dialed into this industry the way that like a nerd would be. But you know, go check, like if you want to go back and listen to like the 2 episodes we did with him, absolutely incredible stories.
He's in his 80s, but he's got a mind of the 20s.
Yeah, man. He's
so sharp.
Yeah, super sharp.
Remembers everything.
Yeah. I mean, like Pike, I would say, I mean, for breweries that are that old, maybe you guys have seen like how many breweries have closed in the last few years, like as the craft beer industry kind of like has its ups and downs. Breweries that are older or not as old as Pike have closed down just kind of like through virtue of being like kind of legacy or you know, things like that. Pike just never really seemed to run its course. He just always stays ahead of the game, and he's so smart. So yeah, Charles Finkel, 100% responsible for like the contemporary craft beer world, and also was the one that started Merchant du Vin. Yeah. So lots of history connected to that booth right there.
Yeah. Yeah, check out Grit and Grain. We have a whole bunch of history on beer.
I know. This whole episode really is just us plugging ourselves to all the people who bought tickets to this very nice festival. Shoot. All right. Oh, dang, it's already... All right, so give us like 10 seconds. We're going to jump off mic for just a second.
Try to find some barley.
We actually have a guest coming up, so hang tight for just a minute.
Greetings, listeners. Thank you for listening to yet another Channel 253 Podcast Network episode.
This episode is only able to happen thanks to the listeners who have supported Channel 253 with a membership of $4 a month or $40 a year. They help keep the microphones running. And if you appreciate what I really think is like a public service to the people of Tacoma, I hope you will support what we're doing.
Especially at this time when there's a mayoral race in Tacoma, and we're trying to cover that, as well as all the other things that we cover: food, beer,
politics, moving to Tacoma, just the interesting people around town. We've got a lot to check out. So if you like what we're doing, visit channel253.com/membership. And thank you.
So that was our really quick fake break. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out during the break. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Doug, our wonderful producer who's hanging out on the side. Absolutely awesome. So if you guys don't know, Doug helps run Channel 253, which is an absolutely incredible local network of podcasts. And if you live in Tacoma or you want to stay connected to Tacoma, go follow and support Channel 253. It's amazing. They cover tons of topics, especially during election season. It is pretty important to get to know who you might be voting for, and those guys do a really good job of making sure that you're connected to your elected representatives. But they also run other stuff. They do food stuff now. They do real estate stuff. They do local news. It's great. Super happy to be a part of that network, and they're all member supported. You should absolutely go check out Channel 253.
Yeah. Doug was also a street character at Disney World.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
That
know
makes
that.
sense, actually.
Yeah, he went around and gave people hugs.
What character?
Aww.
Sweaty
That's so
hugs.
cute.
And then a quick shout out to Chris, who runs our video.
Yes,
if you guys
Chris is
want, you can
amazing.
go check us out on YouTube.
Thanks,
and pretend that you're sitting at the table with us, getting drunk, and talking to all the lovely guests we get to talk to. Yeah, thanks, Ron. And then one more shout out, really quick. For our sponsors. I know Obie's here, and then Brassfield's is absolutely awesome. They're actually doing Grit and Grain for us. All the times that we've been able to do BrewFiveThree has been thanks to Brassfield's. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, so new person on the mic, Gini Sommer. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Very good.
Hey, baby. How you doing?
Are you officially off the clock?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
What'd you do today?
What did I do today? So I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. I got here at 8. Oh, I started yesterday.
Yeah.
And I set up all inside with some volunteers that are amazing. amazing volunteers. And then we got here at 8, and then the rest of the volunteers got here at 9. We set out outside. Then all the brewers came in, and I contracted with all the brewers to come in here and help them pick the beers and ciders and meads that they're pouring. And so it's a diverse thing. It's not all IPAs. So if anybody comes up to me and says there's too many IPAs, you lie.
I actually thought there wasn't enough IPAs.
I also kind of agree. As a hophead, there's kind of not a lot of IPAs.
Yeah.
1 star, I'm not going to lie.
But I'm kind of interested. There's 3 Mexican lagers, and if you can find them and you can tell me which one's your favorite, I'll give you a token.
Oh, I like that scavenger. That's pretty nice.
Big tokes.
Yeah, so.
So if you guys don't know, Ginny is like the official BrewFiveThree organizer.
This is my 13th one.
Yeah, many years.
Yeah. If you guys are enjoying any of the beers or ciders or meads or anything here, it is thanks to Ginny's fantastic decision-making skills.
Yep.
And she's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah, she just opened up her refrigerator and it happened.
I forgot. I'm so sorry. So I had a barley wine from Seven Seas, and I forgot to bring it to open today.
It's okay.
Next time.
If it wasn't pre-opened, it would have taken the whole second half of the episode to get it out. So
it's big too. It's a liter bottle.
Dude, they wax those things harder than a Maker's Mark bottle.
So you cut yourself on?
Yeah. But in case you didn't know, many Tacoma breweries make barley wine. Just Narrows.
Narrows has.
Seven Seas. I also have been drinking since 2. I was off the clock at 2, so just saying.
I know. That's actually like, I was joking because like I've worked this festival many years. If I'm not pouring, I'm usually like, running ice and doing all that stuff. But this is the first time I get to clock out and like actually drink. Right. Which is great.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for the half shift.
Well, thanks for coming again.
Of course.
Grit and Grain is a staple in Tacoma now, and though Sean Jackson isn't here, he's not dead.
Cheers to Sean Jackson.
He's just not here. You guys are always amazing, and it's always fun. And if you want to learn a lot and laugh a lot, listen to this podcast. And if you don't want to learn, just laugh.
Generous.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can laugh at them. They won't know because it's on a podcast.
So true.
It's true.
Thank you, Matt. For bringing some sort of
Ginny, what's the beer you brought?
To this.
Oh, the beer I brought up. So, one of the 2 owners, I think there's only 2, of Lucky Envelope, Raymond, brought us a Blackheart Dark Lager, which is, so for people who don't know, a dark lager is also a Schwartz beer. Same thing. It's very good.
Actually.
Uh-oh. Which is I'm also part of Tacoma Beer Week.
Yes.
And we also have a actually
What do you want to talk
game
about?
show.
Schwartz versus
Check
Dark
Dark
Lager?
I know.
beer?
Czech Dark Lager would like a fucking word.
Anyway.
Sorry, that was so stupid.
I know.
It's delicious.
But it
Yes,
has
really.
Coffee, chocolate, smoky notes. Very easy drinking. Very much a lawnmower beer, but dark instead of light.
Yeah.
It's a great
Mowing
description.
your lawn at night.
Fuck, Ginny, do you need a job?
It's really good.
Yes. We'll talk about that later.
Sure.
Okay.
This is delicious.
How was
Again.
organizing this year?
Actually, this year I was a contractor instead of a full employee, and you know what? It kind of went smoothly. We started a little late, or a lot late in the beer world. I like to start in February because brewers are like drummers. You got to be on their tempo. And if you're not, you don't get answered. Yeah. So,
She's saying
starting
that
in
nicely.
February makes your life easier, but starting in May was fine. And we got 30 people, so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
No, but I mean, the brewers are great. Loden this year was the best ever. And what they're pouring is really amazing. And there's such a diversity of different things. Try something new. If you only drink something that you've always had and you say that this festival wasn't for you, you didn't work hard enough.
Yeah, that's on you.
So, just saying. You did not work hard enough. There's so many different things out there. There's a lot of stuff I haven't even had, so I've been trying to just drink stuff that I haven't had before.
I like you just came up and immediately just threw an indictment at like everybody attending this. Like,
Well, that's
if you don't
the
like it, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point of a beer festival is to support the organization that's throwing the beer festival, and also to try something new, in my opinion. So if you only are going, I want the highest ABV, I can tell you what that is. And you're like, I don't like it, but I'm going to drink it. That's your choice. But you should try something new and expand, because the brewing market right now for ciders and beers is really low because of craft cocktails. And so if you experience something new here, then you're going to want to drink that later.
Okay, but everyone wants to know what's the highest ABV.
Yeah, what is?
True. What is the highest ABV? Well, the mead.
Yeah, I think
Mead.
Brian's mead
And
might
then
be.
there's a double IPA Balls Deep. I have a story about that, too. Yeah.
You know, thanks, Bethany.
That's what
Isn't there a-
did.
Isn't there a Russian Imperial at North 47?
There is. There's also.
Yeah,
I think
there's
there
a
also is a
Russian
quad
Imperial,
over there too.
But they brought that on their own.
Yeah.
They donated that beer, so drink
Probably
it.
Tristan.
Okay, so North 47 is actually like they're a Northeast Tacoma brewery and really talented brewer. They do a really good job. That's if you have never like actually gone to their brewery, the chances that you've actually tried their beer are pretty slim. They don't bring their stuff over here very often, but they do great. And that's actually where the Browns Point Homebrew Club meets most of their meetings, and they're awesome. If you guys get a chance, they're right towards the front, North 47, and yeah, I think they might have 2 of the highest ABV beers of the day. So,
And they are good, but be careful, because they don't taste like they're that high.
That's true. Actually, my first beer was their Russian Imperial Stout, so I got a running start into the rest of my day.
Yeah.
Oh, and I am also a member of the Browns Point Homebrew Club, too.
Yeah. I know. Ginny's accolades in the beer world are like pretty extensive, even though you've never you don't work for a brewery or a distributor or a beer bar, but you've done
I drink a
everything
lot.
else.
Runs balls deep. I don't even know what that means.
What?
I don't know.
You don't know what balls deep means?
I do.
Oh, good, because we're going to have the conversation later.
Oh, shit.
Next.
You guys are so professional.
No, we're not.
So yeah, Ginny is actually, hopefully you guys have been able to enjoy Tacoma Beer Week at some point, but Ginny is actually also one of the original planning members for Tacoma Beer Week, which used to be right around this time, but has since moved to March, and it's going to be in March again next year. But yeah, Ginny's been helping plan Tacoma Beer Week for
11 years.
10 years,
10.
a decade plus.
Ron's been with it longer, but he's not on the committee.
Fair enough. But my point is, if you guys have enjoyed yourself at a beer event in Tacoma, there's a 50-50 shot that Ginny was responsible for planning it or helping to plan it. So yeah, she deserves flowers for all of that.
Why, thank you. I love my beer people. What can I say?
So
Anything else? Just teasing.
yeah, I have a list of interview questions for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is my 5th time. I don't know.
Ginny's also a previous guest on the podcast multiple times.
Do you want more beer?
Actually, yes, I do. It's really good. Any shit talk about Seattle you've been holding for when you're on the mic? Because that seems to happen
I'm
every
not
time you get up
supposed to.
here.
You get mad at me. Okay, at our Tacoma Beer Week meetings, I'm not allowed to talk shit about Seattle Beer Week.
There's
But
also
Tacoma
Seattle
Beer Week
breweries
is
here.
better. What can I say? I love Tacoma. I love my grittiness. Come on, Tacoma's the best. And the fact that we get Seattle breweries to brew for Tacoma Beer Week, I mean, come on now. Why wouldn't we be the...
Dude, every time Ginny's been on the mic, it's randomly she's like, yeah, we do a good job. We try to play it. Not those fucking weirdos in Seattle. She just sneaks in shade. And we're like, I work with Seattle breweries, man. I can't just be pissing them off.
Yeah. You're drinking one.
Yeah, fuck.
I know.
But it's funny every time.
Don't worry,
it's your brand
Barry
now.
and Raymond love me, so I'm cool.
That's true.
Stoop.
I'm not sure they would be here if they didn't love you.
I
Ginny.
know. Well, no, but I do. Actually, Seattle Beer Week this year, I didn't get a chance to go because of family obligations,
Dude, they
but they
did a
did
great
have
job.
some really cool events this year.
They did a great job.
They did. And they're expanding out their learning.
Jesus Christ. And there it is.
Oopsie daisies. This is why we also have an Australian on Tacoma Beer Week. So whatever I say, Kylie's Australian accent just smooths it over. It's fine.
Sounds
she makes it
better.
sound more professional.
It does.
And then she takes a big swig of rum.
And then she takes a big swig of rum or gin. Yeah.
Gin.
Yeah.
So Ginny,
Yes, sir.
what's your favorite thing and least favorite thing about planning a giant beer festival like this.
Okay, my favorite thing is the beer and cider. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's why we do it, right? But also just hanging out with the brewers, which are artists. I mean, this is an arts facility, but brewing is an art form, no matter what you're doing.
Hell
just
yeah.
like baking or anything else. It's just a different version of art. So hanging out with people who get to make that and try new stuff and it doesn't work out all the time, that's really cool. That's one of my favorite things. That's why I drink beer. That's why I've drank beer since before I was able to drink beer. We're not going to talk about that, though. The least favorite thing...
I know it's stressful in general, but like...
Ice?
Ice was amazing this year.
Nice.
Getting 86th?
Yeah. I used to have nightmares about ice, but we don't do that anymore. We just plan ahead of time, and it's fine.
Dude, ice is a legitimate complaint.
It's a little... But you know
That
what?
is
There's no
most
issue.
organizers' least favorite thing.
Yeah, no. You just got to plan well. So ice this year is not a problem.
That's great.
But in the past, ice is a problem.
Seagulls are not a problem this year.
There's never
Seagulls
enough
are not
ice.
a problem this year. I would just have to say logistics and trying to understand what other people are saying when they say things differently than you.
That's actually a good one.
Yeah. I mean, you can say one thing and I'm saying the same thing and you just look at each other like you're both
different words.
stupid
Yeah.
and so nothing gets done. But no, that didn't happen a lot today, so that was cool.
One of the first times that I ever volunteered for BrewFiveThree, I did Ginny's safety meeting in the morning, and the very first thing that she said to all the brewers was leave me the fuck alone about ice. I
don't
know
wanna
you
hear
all
that.
need ice. I get it. I'll get you ice. It was
I know
so
that
clear
beer
that you
needs
were
to be
done hearing
cold.
about it.
I know the temperature beer needs to be. I know how to chill it. I know. I get it.
I only have a 50-foot trailer of ice. It's not enough. It's never enough.
Never enough.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
I don't know. I do events. I work for a beer distributor. I work with 50 different breweries. I've never done anything like what you manage to do every single year, and I can't imagine the mental stack that goes into doing this
Right.
and making it smooth and successful.
You just have to treat people how you want to be treated, and when they give you beverages, it's easier.
That's fair.
See?
Hey, also, who picked the food this year?
I did not.
Do you know who did? They did great.
Katie
Fucking-
Lapierre was
Is
in
that
charge
Katie?
of food trucks.
Dude, the food is... I don't know.
So
If you guys are not
the
eating
food
yet,
is
you
really
should go
good.
eat.
Yeah, the food is
food's
really
so
good.
good outside. Yeah, dude, Trinity Plate is so bomb.
Yeah.
The curry,
Oh no, so good.
chickpeas with the chutney and the flatbread is so good. And then, Arena and I both had a thing from Nom Nom, which is absolutely delicious. If you guys aren't eating, you should go
if you're
eat.
drinking, if you're eating the curry, definitely have a Pilsner or a Kolsch or a dark lager, and then you will love the beer better.
That's your food pairing recommendations
Yeah.
for curry.
You know I'm not wrong. You're worse
not.
than I am.
You're
I
not.
just had to
Or
say
an
it before
IPA
you.
to bump up the spice.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So if you guys aren't familiar, one of the things we do, this is very clearly unscripted material. However, one of the things we do for almost every episode is we try to come up with a fuck-up story. Usually the brewers that we have on have left a valve loose by accident and taken a beer shower. Sometimes some of the people that we talk to, mostly Sean Jackson, have near-death experiences.
Yeah.
Ginny, do you have any fuck-up stories for either this event or in general?
All right, Grit and Grainers, I'm Sean Jackson, and I fuck up all the God-blessed time, as we all do. So, please do regale us with your fuck-up stories.
I didn't really fuck up today.
I agree. This has gone very well.
We did have some mishaps. A brewer, I'm not going to say who, didn't have some seals, and had to leave and go get some seals. In the past, somebody forgot to
normal.
bring their entire CO2 tank and asked me where to go buy a CO2 tank 30 minutes before they were supposed to pour. That did not happen today, but that has
Pacific
happened
Welding.
in the past. That was also not my fuck up.
Okay, this is never mind.
Other
This is where you
people's.
throw other people under the bus.
Yeah.
This next 5
I didn't
minutes.
say any names. I didn't say names. And all those people are here today.
You're like, I'm not going to say who. There's only one empty table. There's only one number missing.
Oh, no, they fixed it.
Okay,
They
good.
fixed it. So today, not a whole lot. I can tell you the story about when I first had Balls Deep.
Okay,
So-
I'm in.
So who here knows
The beer, though?
Justin Johnson? Triple J?
Hell yeah.
Anybody? Okay. He's not here, and he's going to hate me forever for saying this story. But he used to work for Red Hot when Red Hot was super small, and they had a pinball machine, not a booth. Like, this is OG, first 3 months of them opening.
In that little thin space.
In that little foodie space.
Yeah.
7 Seas did not exist in Tacoma.
Yeah.
They did not exist on the waterfront. They had the space that burnt down.
That's right.
Yes. Ron knows what I'm talking about.
Separate fuck up.
Yeah. So I used to clean houses, and so I got done with my shift, and I go in, and I'm sitting there. I'm the only female in this bar. So there's Justin, there's Stu, who's one of the owners, and there's 3 other regulars that are there. And I go in and I sit down, and they're like, "We have a beer for you." And they thought I'm going to get embarrassed, but they don't know who I was raised by. So I'm like, sure. And I sit down. I'm like, I don't care. Just give me a beer. And he's like, this is balls deep. Do you want some of that? And I'm like, do you have anything good to give me? Or is it just the beer? And Justin is a very tan man, and he turned bright effing red, and he fell on the floor. And I drank the double IPA and then went, okay, cool. Now where's my hot dog? Like, I mean, they just thought they were going to embarrass me. And I'm like, no, I don't care. But it's still it's a very, very good OG beer for Tacoma OG beers. And Mac and Jack's is also here, and then you said Dick's. So there's some OG. If you were born after 1997 and you haven't had any of those OG beers, I highly suggest tasting some of those so you know where we all started drinking.
I'm so curious if there's anybody here who's born after 1997.
Oh, there's several. I can point some out, but I also won't do that.
The moral of that story is when you guys go to the 7 Seas booth and you order a Balls Deep, you have to refer to it as Balls Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ginny.
You're welcome. Yeah.
All right, Grit and Grainers, email us at cheers@gritandgrainpodcast.com with your comments, opinions, and wistful odes to BrewFiveThree's long, strange venue journey. Because let's face it, the last couple of years out at Chambers Bay were almost offensively beautiful. Big sky, silver water, breezes straight off the sound, like drinking beer inside a Pacific Northwest screensaver. But also, streets felt like one long elementary school lane, and parking that tested your soul. Here's to Tacoma Arts Live for bringing it back home, and here's to dreaming big. Beer-soaked block party cathedral that is Tacoma Armory, overflowing out to Yakima Avenue and Hilltop, Tacoma, where the drinks are wandering from an open-air IPA gauntlet on the street straight into a warm, echoing hall where these dumb words are stumbling up to the century-old rafters, where Latin beats drift between mead strands, where you can sip cider while running your hands over a 100-year-old brick, feeling the ghosts of cavalry horses and old civic parades nodding in approval. That's a hilltop worth toasting. We read and drink everything we receive, and we try to respond as fast as we can, if not online, then on air, preferably from a hilltop beer garden that doubles as a living Tacoma history tour.
Woo!
You can subscribe to Grit and Grain on Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher, and please leave us a review. Also check us out on Channel 253, Douglas. And gritandgrainpodcast.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for episode notes, beer news, and future location debates that boil down to one elemental truth. A great beer fest needs a great city under its feet, and a great street to dance on, and just enough shade to keep your barley wine civilized. If this podcast is not what we expected, please alter your expectations. BrewFiveThree, proving once again that beer is Tacoma's second greatest natural resource, right after complaining about potholes.
True.
No such thing as a bad time to visit Tacoma.
Woo!
no such thing as too much barley wine. From BrewFiveThree, we'll see you next Friday for more sweet chatter. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Thanks, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us at Grit and Grain Podcast wherever you get your social media and catch new episodes every Friday. Cheers.
Get up.
Channel 253 is member supported. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you. Grit and Grain is part of the Channel 253 podcast network. Check out our other shows: Nerd Farmer, Move to Tacoma, Interchangeable White Ladies, What Say You, Citizen Tacoma, and Kitchen 253.
This is Channel 253.